Welcome back, and in our top business story. Consumer optimism in Dubai continued to grow in the final 3 months of 2014 after 3 quarters of stability, according to the quarterly consumer confidence survey conducted by the Department of Economic Development. The positive sentiment revealed in the survey was largely attributed to improving job prospects and personal finances. The overall consumer confidence index increased 5 points during the last quarter of 2014 compared to the same period of 2013, although the rise was only 1 point compared to the previous 3 quarters. More than 3/4 of survey respondents at 76% rated current job prospects as excellent to good, while 90% said they're optimistic that the job situation will improve in the next 12 months. The survey showed that almost 22% of Emiratis considered the current job prospects as excellent, while 14% of expats expressed the same sentiments. Almost 51% of respondents said they believed the state of the economy in the next 12 months would be excellent, with opinions largely driven by the increase in rental and property prices and tourism boom. Around two-thirds of the consumers said they feel that it is a good time to buy things they need and want, with almost half of the consumers putting their spare cash into holidays and savings. Conducted in each quarter, the survey gathers feedback from 2,000 respondents from all major residential communities across Dubai, aged 18 to 59. Private wealth has doubled in the past 5 years in the GCC, with Saudi Arabia and the UAE controlling 74% of the region's wealth. That's according to a new report. The Gulf's private wealth market has rocketed from $1.1 trillion in 2010 to $2.2 trillion last year, with a compound annual growth rate of 17.5%, according to a study by Strategy Ann, formerly known as Booz & Company. The Strategy Ann study estimates that there are currently between 1.5 million and 1.6 million wealthy households in the GCC. Most of the region's private wealth resides in Saudi Arabia, representing 44%, but the UAE has made notable gains, with its share of the GCC's private wealth increasing from 24% to 30% from 2009 to 2013. According to the study, the growth of affluent households, or those with $100,000 to $1 million of liquid financial assets, has been strong, with total households increasing about 50% from between 2010 and 2013, from an estimated range of 850,000 to 880,000 to up to 1.325 million. It said the UAE has created the most affluence in the GCC, growing its share of affluent households from 16% to 26% from 2009 to 2013. Emirates Airline has been included in the top 200 of the world's biggest brands for the first time, according to the 2015 Brand Finance Global 500 report. For the 4th consecutive year, Emirates has climbed the table of the top 500 most valuable brands in the world, which is topped by Apple, followed by Samsung and Google. Now 196th, an increase of 38 spots in the last 12 months, the Dubai-based airline said it attributes its success to a strong commitment to product and service excellence, as well as investments in its brand. According to the list, Emirates' estimated brand value has grown more than 21%, from $5.48 billion to $6.6 billion. The airline also retains its position as the most valuable brand in the Middle East and the most valuable airline brand. The total visa spend in the first 2 weeks of the 2015 Dubai Shopping Festival rose by 12% compared to the same period in last year's festival. According to statistics issued by Visa, the global electronic payments firm said that restaurants were among the top categories to benefit, with 31% growth, as Visa cardholders spent $53.7 million this year, up from $40.9 million. Other high-growth categories included consumer electronics, up 22%, and supermarkets, up 14%, with transaction volumes rising from $30.5 million to $37.2 million, and from $107.6 million to $122.2 million, respectively. Fashion retail ranked first in spending volumes, accounting for $151.2 million of total international and domestic spending in the first 2 weeks of DSF 2015. Visitors from Saudi Arabia and the UK emerged as the top spenders in the first 2 weeks of the 2015 festival, contributing $35.18 million and $29.98 million, respectively, to the UAE economy. This was up from $27.29 million and $27.74 million spent during the same sale period last year. At a regional level, visitors from Middle East and North African nations remained strong users of the Visa payment cards and spent a total of $96.75 million during the first half of DSF. This was followed by Europe at $72.69 million and Sub-Saharan Africa at $54.36 million.